It's all fun and games at the Squat Rack. Oh, until somebody reps out a protein fart. Squeeze those cheeks and get ready for Under 10 Fitness.
Y'all ready for this?
What's up and welcome to Under 10 Fitness. This is my fitness program week 3 update. If you've been following along, 3 weeks ago, I started a 6-week fitness program that I am writing. Again, my name is Drew Smith. I was a personal trainer in a box-style gym for a number of years. I competed in powerlifting, and I have a certification in Z-Health. This is the Under 10 Fitness podcast, which is the official podcast of under10fitness.com, where we help you get in shape in as little as 10 minutes a day. And it's a very exciting update today. Overall, I am down 6.4 pounds, which is a little bit more than I anticipated. At this point, I wanted to be down about 5 pounds. However, I've been doing really good. I've been staying strict to my diet and getting in my 10-minute workouts every day. I'll give you an overview of what I did last week for week 3. And if you're following along, hopefully you are getting a little bit of motivation, some tips and tricks on how you might be able to apply this to your fitness program and hopefully drop some pounds or achieve some of those goals, whatever you are trying to achieve at the moment. First of all, let's go ahead and take a look at my workouts. I've been really strict getting in my 10-minute daily workouts. Sometimes this can be challenging. My wife and I had a baby 4 months ago in February, and that is keeping us busy. It's baby number 1, so for us, everything's new. It's really challenging. Getting things done around the house like the dishes and vacuuming and doing a little bit of chores are even that much harder. So for me, my workouts, getting those in have been a priority of mine, and knowing that I only have to do 10 minutes has really been helpful. I've been keeping it very simple. Basically, what I'll do is I'll choose one move, and then I'll set a timer for 10 minutes, and I'll do that one move. And by that, I mean push-ups, bodyweight squats, pull-ups, lunges, sit-ups. One simple bodyweight movement, and then I'll do that for 10 minutes. Basically, I'll pick a rep range, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to start with 15 reps. I'll do 15 reps. I'll rest for 15, 20, 30 seconds. Just really depends on when I feel ready to jump back in and do some more reps. And then I jump back in and I do more reps. And this is kind of a burnout style. And it's high rep, high volume. And it really, really does get some results very quickly. And doing just one move like that every day for 10 minutes has a really good benefit on the muscle growth, which I'm trying to achieve, and then I feel a really good muscle soreness afterwards. I've been doing those probably about 4 or 5 times a week, and then I do some cardio and yoga the other 2 days. For my cardio, I've really been into burst cardio, so burst running. I'll sprint across we've got a park across the street and parks throughout the neighborhood. My wife and I took a walk to a park in the neighborhood, and we were hanging out with a baby next to a picnic bench under a big tree in the shade, and we took turns sprinting down to the end of the field and back. We only had to do this 4 or 5 times. When you sprint, when I sprint, I go all out as fast as I can go, and it's not very fast, but it's as fast as I can go, and that's a great way to spike your heart rate, get in a great cardiovascular exercise, and it's not challenging as far as, finding different equipment and really studying and trying to figure out what you need to do. Just do some simple sprints and 5 or 6 rounds of that, and you'll feel it absolutely. When I did those sprints the next day, my whole body was sore. My core was sore, my legs, my back, my arms. I really felt it everywhere, because when you do sprint as fast as you can, you really start engaging a lot of those muscles a little bit more than you usually would. Running, squatting, jumping, lunging, really all of those movements are full body movement. So when you run, you should feel it everywhere. And it just depends on your body, your lifestyle, and how used to running you are. If you're good at running and you've done it, you might not feel this one as much. But I definitely recommend that. And it doesn't have to be a sprint. If you can't sprint for whatever reason, mobility issues, weight issues, Walking is another great way to get in the same cardio exercise. You can do different things such as walking as fast as you can. You can walk up a hill or up some stairs, and you can really find a way to make it work for you depending on wherever you are as far as health and fitness is concerned. Now let's talk about my diet. A few diet tips. Again, keeping it very simple, avoiding any type of additions. When you start adding the sauces and the dressings, that's when things start to get a little rowdy. So I have been cutting all of those out this week. No sauces, no additions, and that has really helped me to drop the pounds. Now, let me go back over my log here, and I'll show you what it looks like, because weight loss overall, yeah, I'm down almost 6.5 pounds. I'm down 6.4 pounds overall. However, it doesn't necessarily look like that when you start going down the list. So I started at 199, and then within the first week, I was down to 195. And then after that second week, I was only down to 194. And now after the third week, I'm down to 192. Throughout that time, my weight did spike. So after the first week, I'm down to 195. However, within a couple days into the second week, I was up to 197. So I gained almost 2 pounds. But then I dropped down 3 pounds overall that second week. When you are tracking your weight every day, you don't want to be hyper-focused on it, because there's different things that come into play. I've been drinking a lot more water. I've been using this. This is a great tip as well. When I'm feeling hungry at night, I would usually go for a snack. So I know I've had dinner. I've hit my calorie limit for the day. I know I'm really not hungry. I'm just bored, and I want something to do, and food has been my go-to to fill that boredom void. But instead of eating food, I'm just drinking water. That water weight does build up, but once it starts to level out, then you'll see the weight come down to where you think, or where I would expect it to be. Don't get too concerned if you are going through this journey, you're being really good, you're being strict, and you see your weight jump up and down. That's all part of the process. The overall result that you're looking for, and over time, is that weight loss. But again, in the meantime, while you're in the thick of it, if you're tracking your weight every day, you can see some spikes in that. And that's why when I was working with clients on a regular basis in the box style gym, and weight loss was one of the big goals, we wouldn't weigh in every single day. And I wouldn't recommend that people weigh in every day. And sometimes, you're having a conversation and the clients would be honest, like, hey, it was my birthday over the weekend. I went out to a Mexican restaurant, had some margaritas and burritos. Okay, well, let's not weigh today, because I don't want you to feel discouraged, and I don't want you to feel, upset that you celebrated your birthday. Everybody should be able to celebrate their birthday, and you don't have to jump on the scale to feel discouraged about what you're doing. If you know that you made some decisions that will reflect in the scale, it's okay to skip the scale for a couple days, for a week, for a month. And honestly, the scale, while it is useful, it's not the only way to track results, and it's not something that we should be hyper-focused on. But while I'm going through this fitness program, it's one point that I can use to measure my results. Again, I'm also measuring my strength and endurance. So I'm working on different things that I want to test. That's pull-ups, squats, sit-ups, and running. So overall, the fitness program is going really well. Even though my life seems to be the most busy I've ever been, I am still making it work. I'm losing the weight. I'm staying motivated, and it's building. It's starting to snowball now. And this is something that you'll realize when you get into it and you start seeing those results. Your snowball gets bigger, and you really get some motivation and momentum. And it's going to be harder and harder for you to get stopped. The other night, my wife and I did not have ourselves prepared to make dinner, and usually we've got dinner on the table and we're ready by 5. However, that was not the case one day this week, and usually that's when we would go to something quick and easy and get some takeout or pick something up. And this time we were able to be strong and say, okay, let's just figure out something quick and easy that we can do at the house. And that's when we made some rice and lentils and made some vegetable curry, basically. And that was really easy to do. And really, it took as long as it takes for the rice to cook. That's all it takes. And so while you got the rice cooking on the stovetop, you can have the vegetables sauteing in a pan, adding some of those spices, curry and turmeric, and some vegetable broth and garlic, and you keep it really fresh and light. And then at the end of that, you feel so much better about yourself and what you did and the fact that you were able to stick to the plan, because at the end of the night, you always look back at it in hindsight and say, you know what, I really did have some extra time. I had more time than I thought. I was just feeling lazy or unmotivated to get things done. So if you can have those things around the house, and what we were able to do and why we were able to be successful with that is because we were prepared for that. We have plenty of vegetables in the fridge and rice and lentils in the pantry, so that when we are feeling that stress, we have those quick, easy, healthy things to go to. So there you have it. That is the week 3 wrap-up, cruising right along. Again, I am going to make this available to members on the Under 10 Fitness members area part of the website. So that's under10fitness.com/members. And if you want a free lifetime membership so you can see that when I put it up in about 3 weeks here, all you have to do is subscribe to the podcast on whichever application that you like to listen to podcasts on. Simply subscribe to the show, take a screenshot of that, and email that to me, drew@under10fitness.com. And again, subscribing to the show is 100% free. All it does is put it in the queue so that I know on Apple Podcasts, it'll just download the next episode as soon as I release it. And if you subscribe, you might just get some alerts that I have a new episode out and available. It's 100% free, and I appreciate you listening to the show, and I hope you're doing well, working on your fitness goals. If you want to share those with me, you can also email me, drew@under10fitness.com. Tell me what you're doing, how it's working, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. Again, my name is Drew Smith. As always, remember, stay motivated.
Thanks for listening to the Under 10 Fitness Podcast. Find workouts, mobility drills, and yoga online at under10fitness.com.